Thank you, Professor Pant. I think it became very interesting now. And students can write their questions in the chat box. We are getting. Okay. Harsh has asked a question, Professor Pant.
Yes.
What is the major drawback of quantum computing except security?
See, a very important thing which I have not said, but since you asked, I want to tell you. I think Ashish, a very important thing which I have not said, but since you asked, I want to tell you. I think Ashish has also talked about this, that quantum phenomena depend upon the observer. And if there is an observer which observes a quantum communication process, it will be disturbed. And you will not get this. That is why they are 100% secure in some say, because if somebody tries to observe that, that state will be disturbed. Now, this is very good, but there is a problem here, which is that whether the government will permit such quantum computers. Now, if you followed the BlackBerry controversy, you know BlackBerry was not willing to disclose its encryption formula to the government. Every sovereign state wants to have control over the data that it has. Now, if you say, I have data, but you can't touch it because it will self-destruct, then the government says, I won't let you use that computer. And it is not very surprising. There are so many things which governments don't allow because they think this is against this thing. And especially in today's time, when you're so much worried about anti-national terrorists, etc., will you allow a 100% secure computer for anybody other than yourself? In fact, many of you are probably aware that as the technology progressed, all the major technologies were always held by the Department of Defense of any government. Even in earlier times, even the fast computer, supercomputer, Cray computer of that time was not allowed to be given to Indian government by the US because they needed to have an export clearance, because that was such a supercomputer, it was considered a part of a defense kind of a thing, because the computers were initially used for defense. Even the very first computers were used for defense in that Second World War and so on. And the reason why Germany lost was because they were able to use that computer to break down many of the things. So there is many issues with respect to quantum computers, which has got to do with the society, regulation, and whether governments will allow or not allow, and so on.
Thank you so much, sir.
वह शक्ति हमें दो दया निधे।
Shobhit University, empowering nation through education.